Real cheating stories. Unveil the truth. Don't miss out. Subscribe to Cheating Stories. Girlfriend cheated and wants to get back together. At the time, I was 23 and my girlfriend 20 was together for 3 years, closing to 4 years, and we have a son together. Our relationship was great. We never argued and got along great, never had any major issues throughout our relationship. I worked hard to afford our home and tried my best to make it to where she didn't have to worry about anything, just our son. She loved being a stay-at-home mom, and so did I. It all started with her wanting to work and make her own money, which I was all for it because the stress my job made on me, plus worrying about bills and food on the table, it would help me a lot. She wanted to babysit even if it was only getting around $100 or so a week. Something is better than nothing. Take note, I reassured her. She didn't have to, as I was doing fine taking care of it on my own, granted. We didn't have much free money, but the bills were paid and there was food on the table, which is what really matters. She understood and told me that she would feel a lot better to help me out and feel like she would be contributing more to our household. I reassured her that she was doing more than enough by taking care of our son and for the most part kept the house clean as she could, even with having a 2-year-old around it. That being said, we agreed for her to get a babysitting job, and she did rather quick actually, and she met this guy with 2 daughters that need a sitter Monday, Friday around 8-4 with making at least $300 a week. I said, sounds good. A week goes by and he starts to compliment her on how well she's doing with his girls and that they really like her, and also starts to hit on her. At this point, I did not know he was hitting on her, as I usually work a night shift around 2:11 p.m. Now, she did let me know that he was hit on her after I got home that night, and I asked her if she let him know to stop, and she told me yes. So I wasn't too worried about it because I trusted her, and she always let me know about these types of things. I am not the type to search my significant other's phone, because as to it shows signs of distrust between couples. Now her, on the other hand, always searched through mine, but I really didn't think much of it because I had nothing to hide. Anyways, another week goes by and he compliments her more and hits on her again, and my GF shows me the text. At this point, she hasn't responded to him, and I asked her again if she asked him to stop and to reassure him that you were already taken. On top of this, I am aggravated at the guy because he hasn't paid my GF for babysitting at all, and it's been 2 weeks and I have been paying for food for 2 more kids in my household that are not even mine. He keeps making B stories and I wasn't liking it at all. So another week goes by and he finally pays her, and we are beyond hurting for groceries. So I tell her that's awesome, now let's go get some groceries. Also, would like to note that he did not pay her full amount, owed only $300, and he owes her $900. And I get that life situations can't help that sometimes, so I was lenient towards it. So we go to get in the truck for grocery shopping, then the 2 girls she is babysitting said they don't want to go and would rather go to the pool instead. We have a big town pool that costs $20 to get into for all of us, and my GF says we can go to the pool, then go get groceries afterwards. At this point, I said no, pool is secondary. We can go get groceries, and then if we have the money, we can go to the pool afterwards. She then starts to argue with me and defend the girls about wanting to go to the pool. So we get into a heated small argument that ended with me driving off with our son, and I took him to see my mother and get my mind off the argument. I told my mom what happened, and she went and had a few words with my GF, and I guess it got heated as well. What was happening or why she was acting this way, but I wasn't liking it. Granted, my mother should have never got involved. I never meant to get her involved, but she was the only person I had at that moment to vent to. My sister went and talked to her as well and calmed everyone down and offered to have a girls' night out with her. I thought was a good idea, because then me and my son could get some time together. So I go to pick them up later that night, and she is drunk pretty bad. Actually, I carry her inside and take care of her while she pukes and everything before laying her down in bed. I see a text on her phone from the man she is babysitting for saying "Good night, beautiful." At this point, I'm confused because she told me that he didn't hit on her anymore or even compliment her. So I checked the messages, and what I read, my heart shattered. I instantly felt rage. I didn't know what to do. I just sat at my kitchen table for a long hour staring at my wall. So I called her stepfather that Ike works night shifts and explained the situation. He calmed me down and told me not to do anything stupid that I will regret. I went around the house and grabbed a few things I bought for her and broke them outside. Then I grabbed my son and left to a friend's house that had a spare room for me and my son. If you want me to keep going with this story, leave in the comments and any questions you have. That was another real cheating story. Please drop a line in comments. What do you think about it? I wish you a great day.